So this is your official spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie I Feel Pretty, please stop this video and go watch it because it's awesome. When I originally saw I Feel Pretty, I was planning on doing a movie review of it back when it came out. And for some reason, I ended up making a video called What If People Are Responding to You instead. I decided instead of focusing on that movie that I talk about it in more general terms, and because there were a few other points that I wanted to put in the video as well. So I will include a link to that video in the description box below this one just for reference. But then later, I sat there and I was reading Oprah magazine and I saw an interview with Oprah and Amy Schumer. And I was reading it and I was like, yeah, because I was reading Amy Schumer's questions to Oprah and I was like, yeah, I saw that when I watched the video, when I watched the movie for the first time, but I was focused on it being fun and entertaining and silly, and I think I was more focused on the entertainment factor and how funny Amy Schumer is, as opposed to the important message that this movie really had to deliver about power manifestation, creating your own reality, and the law of attraction, and how our attitudes, beliefs, and opinions really form our world. So I decided to take a second look at this movie and watch it again, and the second time I took a closer look and took notes and realized that I do want to do a movie review of it. So this video is long overdue. I should have done it back when I saw the movie when it first came out, so I apologize for the delay. But there is a lot there, and so my apologies to, the writers of this movie, Abby Kahn and Mark Silverstein, and of course Amy Schumer, who recognized the important message this movie had to deliver, and she talked to Oprah about it, so bravo, good for you. In the beginning of the movie, they show Amy Schumer as this single woman who's kind of sad, and she looks in the mirror and doesn't like what she sees. She doesn't like how she looks physically. And they show her going to SoulCycle and, constantly comparing herself to other people, and these other people just happen to look like models. Physically perfect, just models. And so you can see her feeling depressed and insecure, and her outward behavior reflects that. She's kind of like turned inward and just not very confident and just jealous. So if you're walking around constantly comparing yourself to other people, that self-critical energy is very negative, right? If you want to compare yourself to anybody, set goals and then compare your future self to your past self, right? And just compliment yourself on how far you've come. So we're all individuals. So if you want to compare, just compare yourself to yourself and how far you've come in the accomplishments and goals that you've set for yourself. And so that self-critical energy is negative, and then also broadcasting that jealousy energy towards other people is also negative. So it's a lose-lose with regards to the law of attraction. Those are not the signals you want to broadcast. And, she feels insecure, and so it affects her self-image, her personal power, her self-love, and she wants a better life. She feels like you lead a higher level of existence if you are incredibly beautiful. And in the movie, she actually says she wants that. She wants to experience the world of opportunity that opens to you when you're so undeniably pretty. And in the movie, this wish is actually granted. She hits her head, and when she wakes up, she thinks she's physically morphed into this perfect, amazing, wonderful, perfectly beautiful woman. And she's not morphed. It's kind of a shallow Hal situation where what she sees, no one else sees. She's not morphed, but she thinks she is. So while her physical appearance hasn't changed, what has changed about Amy Schumer's character? Well, a lot. Her attitude, she's happier, she's more positive and upbeat, she has a higher vibration. She has more self-love, more self-confidence. She's more optimistic about the future. She assumes the best when she walks into a situation, kind of like, oh, of course they're going to love me. I'm awesome. She assumes acceptance as opposed to rejection. And she's also not jealous of the models anymore. She treats them like her peers. She's more friendly with them, more sociable, talkative, extroverted, outgoing. And so she's releasing this energy into the universe. And the universe is responding to this energy that she's releasing. And it's not only that, but it's also a change in her behavior. Her change in behavior is drastic. You know, she's excited, happy, outgoing, entertaining. She dresses differently. She carries herself differently. She's more invested in herself. She takes longer to get ready in the morning. She's proud of herself. You know, in the beginning, all you feel is this like shame energy. Like she's just ashamed of herself. And then later she ends up being proud of herself, and that's reflected in her behavior. And eventually she meets a guy named Ethan who is intrigued by her confidence. And while her confidence comes across as arrogant, sometimes it's actually pretty amusing for me, but Ethan is intrigued by her, and he ends up adopting the attitude that she has about herself. Like she's so confident, you can see it being intoxicating for him. Like he's attracted to her because she's like, so, you know, has such a fantastic view of herself that he just ends up adopting that view, and she ends up just guiding him forward down that path. It's pretty silly to watch. And, you know, you see like her manifesting opportunities for herself. Doors are opening. She procures a new job position where she's not intimidated or afraid of the higher ups. She sees them as her peer. So she openly shares her thoughts and, you know, feelings about their products, and they respect her for it, and they end up treating her well, and they pull her up in her job because of it, because of her attitude and her confidence. And again, this is optimism. This is her being optimistic. Oh yeah, you know, this company's lucky to have me. And she's just fearless. She enters a bikini contest, and that scene is really entertaining. It's really funny. And she loses the bikini contest, but she doesn't care. She shrugs it off and just says, you know, oh, well, I don't need a bunch of drunk people to tell me I'm beautiful. So, like, do you see how, like, she's less delicate? She has thicker skin so she can handle more. It's like, I'm secure in who I am. I know I'm awesome, so I don't need you guys to tell me that, but the contest was fun anyway, kind of thing. So, yeah. She knows she's beautiful, so she's outspoken, opinionated. She found her voice. She's putting herself out there. She's shining her light. And I noticed that she feels good herself, so she's complimenting people more. She's being kinder to them and pulling them up and openly giving more compliments to people. And towards the end of the movie, you know, she knows who she is, and she doesn't care how the world sees her. She's also more confident in the bedroom. She wants the lights on during intercourse, which is a big deal. And she also says that she believes if you want something bad enough, all of your dreams can come true. Again, optimism, her belief system, that manifests. You create your reality with your attitudes and your beliefs. That's the world you create for yourself. That's what you attract to yourself via the law of attraction. It's important. And you know, she's also telling the universe what she wants. She's putting her order in. So that's important too. Put your order in. Tell the universe what you want. Command universal energies with your free will decisions. Because if you have courage and confidence, your free will decisions are going to reflect that attitude, and then you're going to command universal energies with those free will decisions. So what did she do? She attracted a good guy. She attracted a good job, abundance. At the end of the movie, they show Amy Schumer's face with this countenance of I did it kind of attitude. And she's just proud of herself. She learned lessons. She grew as a soul, and she successfully fell in love with herself. So it's like she realized that it was just all superficiality, and that she had to love her insides and equally love her outsides, and to truly know and accept herself for who she is and what she looks like. And be happy with that and proud of it. Embrace it. So that's what she does. In the end of the movie, she ends up successfully falling in love with herself and accepting herself. And the thing is we're all perfect in the eyes of God because we're sparks of the divine, and the divine created us. So to the divine, we're perfect. And I think he wants us to see ourselves that way. And the love you cast at yourself, that's what you attract onto your path. So you want to attract more love and abundance to yourself, love yourself first, because the universe responds to that. I love myself and so should you. This movie is just a perfect example of I love myself and so should you. And it's a perfect example of, I mean, I do think it's funny because, yeah, self-love can sometimes come across as arrogance. Kurt Cobain said it best, self-assured is a dirty word. But there's room for improvement, I think, with a lot of us, because self-love is a problem in today's society. It's not really supported by society. So, but it's important, very important. That's why the other side keeps repeating it in so many of my videos. Self-love, personal power, we are all superheroes, etc. So, if you haven't seen this movie, go see it, because it's awesome, and look at it from this perspective. Look at how her life is changing because of how she views herself. And again, I don't want to stress the superficiality, because it's both. It's loving yourself as a person, mind, heart, soul, and body. And not placing, so much importance on one thing, but taking a comprehensive approach to self-love. But if you do that and you become proud of who you are, and your attitudes, beliefs, and opinions reflect that, and your outward behavior reflects that, then there is nothing you can't accomplish. Doors will open for you, and you will attract all of the abundance that the universe has to offer. So, when you do watch this movie, please take a closer look, because I feel like there are valuable lessons there that we can all learn. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.